Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we will be making one of the most iconic travel poolside sippers there is, the Piña Colada. We're going to make the drink, we're going to talk about its history, and stay tuned to the very end because with great popularity comes great tragedy. We're going to discuss some of the more popular variations on the Piña Colada. Hi everyone, I'm Chris from A Bar Above. I'm a 15-year veteran of the bar and somebody that loves making fun and delicious cocktails. So we're going to make the Piña Colada here in a second, but before we do, let's quickly talk about its history. Now, the Piña Colada is the national drink of Puerto Rico. It was created in Puerto Rico and it was popularized in Puerto Rico. But as we move forward and talk about the origin story of it, that's where things start to get fuzzy. Now, one of the common themes we have on this channel is the more popular the cocktail, the more people that want to claim they created it. We definitely see that with this drink as well. So the very first stories that we see about the Piña Colada creation is that it was created in 1950 at the Carib Hilton Hotel by two separate bartenders at the exact same time. So I'm already a little bit suspicious on this origin story. Now, fast forward a decade later to the 60s, and the Barachina restaurant in Puerto Rico puts a plaque outside of the restaurant claiming that they were the originators of the Piña Colada. So whether that is the truth or just clever marketing, I will leave up to you. So now let's go ahead and make a classic version of the Piña Colada, which is slightly different from the more popular version. The classic one, I'm going to go ahead and handshake versus the popular one is blended. So I'm a bartender. I hate blenders. That's another reason I'm going to go ahead and handshake this one. To make the classic version of the Piña Colada, we're going to go ahead and start with our shaker. And there we're going to go ahead and add 2 ounces of rum, our pineapple juice, and our cream of coconut here, and finally some lime juice. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my ice ready, and I'm going to go ahead and start getting my other ice ready for making pebble ice. So I'm just going to add a bunch of ice to my Lewis bag here. Just set that aside. All right. Go ahead and shake this up. And now the fun part, to make our pebble ice or crushed ice here. I love this hammer. All right, now that I have the pebble ice made and I have the cocktail made, now it's just a matter of putting them all together. All right, so the next step is just to go ahead and garnish it and finish everything off. So the straw, I've got a pineapple, got my cherry, add that all in there. And there we have it, the handshaken Piña Colada. And so now for my favorite part of the video, the taste test. So let's go ahead and give this a try. That's actually a pretty good cocktail. Many of the ingredients that we're using here do have high sugar content, the pineapple juice and the creme de coconut, and it is on a sweeter style for sure. Now, the reason why I hate, and many bartenders hate blended drinks, first of all, is the noise. If I have that going on, I can't have a good conversation. It kind of changes the customer service aspect. In my opinion, I've always hated blenders for that reason. The other reason, and this is more on the consumer side, is typically when you see a blended style cocktail, they go hand in hand with cheap, high sugar ingredients. So pre-made mixes are very, very high in sugar, and you pair that with really cheap alcohol, and it is just a recipe for a hangover. So that is why I typically stay away from blended drinks and blenders in general. So earlier in the video, we mentioned all the terrible variations of the Piña Colada. So now is the time to discuss them. First and foremost, you could change out the base spirit and it will still be a version of that. So like a tequila colada, or if you put vodka instead of rum, that turns it into a chichi. So those are some common variations that we see. Now, some more on the visual aspect are the blue Hawaiian, where you add even more sugar and cheap alcohol in there as well, and it transforms this into a blue cocktail. That and the lava flow. So this is probably the most visually striking cocktail, where you have the pina colada and a strawberry daiquiri all kind of layered together, and it just looks insane. So those are some of the best / worst variations, and I did save the best / worst for last, and that is the Caribou Lou. And that is Malibu rum and 151 with pineapple juice. It just sounds very intense and is a variation on the Piña Colada. So we know you've watched videos like this in the past, and you know exactly what I'm going to ask you to do. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon, and you will get notified anytime we release cocktail videos similar to this one. Until then, I hope you are enjoying your favorite variation on the Piña Colada. Cheers.